Oh, we lived in Hamel then. So did my sister. And so she had her children and I had mine. We're four of us always went out. Because it took Matthew was talking to Granddad one day and he said, I don't know how it came. When you went courting Granddad, where'd you go? He said, I'll show you. And we went down the canal and it was a frosty full night and time we got Matthew to take us down and it was ever so funny because he said, yeah, and ever so funny because Matthew kept saying to him, hurry up Granddad and get well because I'm taking you and Nanny back to that family there. But it never materialised. But when we did go once, no wonder my nan's got rheumatism. He said, don't you take her down there on a winter's night? And my sister, we'd get a Sunday.
Well, spread around as well. So you go out, four of you go.
Yeah, we bet and laugh. Then children come along and pass us up going out.
Oh, do you want a glass of wine now? Do you want a drink?
I'll have a drink. What have you got?
Orange juice, Coke, wine.
No, I don't need Coke. I'll have just a tiny drop of wine. I only have that much because I've got everything.
I've only got red.
Yeah, just a little sip. Oh, we had some good times. Wonderful times.
What year was that, Nat?
Oh, I don't know how. That would have been before your dad was born. Before my sister had children. We used to catch a cheap excursion at the station on a Sunday and we'd go down. Very tiny drops like that. It's not chocolate. And we used to, old Freddie fell in the sea and we had to get him to clothes.
Where was that?
God. Down at the sea. We had some good times at Christmas and the New Year at my mum. We always went to my mum's and we always left her the mess to clear up. Except she didn't mind.
So if you were born, what year did you get married? 46?
Yeah, because how old was I, 48? No, he was born in 48, sorry.
You got married in 46? Okay.
But wonderful time.
So then when Dad was born?
Yeah, he put the knock with the
But the dad was on that. That's not like Dad, is it?
Pardon?
It's not like Dad. What did you do? Move out of London as soon as Dad was born?
No, we couldn't get places. We lived with my mum. And my sister had, I think it was 1 or 2 rooms with somebody around the corner. We always used to send on my mum Christmas and holidays and bank holidays. We leave my mum to clear the wilderness up. We had good times now. Had a good time. If that house now in St Dunstan's Road could speak, couldn't it, Delson Towers?
It was a big old house, or?
Yeah, it's massive. See, one day...
Dad's been there as well, hasn't he? See it? Dad's been there?
One day when we were talking about all this and what it was like where we lived, and the frocks and all round there, Matthew's been and he was going home. And he rang us up in the evening. He said, "Where do you think I am now, Nan?" I said, "Oh God, don't tell me you ain't broke down going home." No, he said, it was a lovely summer evening. He said, "Have a guess." I said, "I couldn't." So he said, "I'm sitting outside the box for a pint of beer."
That's at St Dunstan's?
Yeah. I said, "You're not?" He said, "I have. If you'd like to come back and be curious what it was like." He said, "And I've been up and found the house where my dad was born."
And that's Hanwell?
Yeah.
So where's Hanwell in London?
How can I tell you?
East or west?
You go through You go through Greenford, you go through Sutton, you go through Hayes, you go through Ealing.
That's north, so it's North London.
Is it?
Is it North London? Ealing?
I went
Yeah, it
through there, yeah.
What, did you and Grandad used to go to the Fox? Did you and Grandad used to go to the Fox?
Not even demented. So, oh, that was a Christmas we had there. I think that was the last Christmas we had there. They used to have football team.
The pub did?
And Fred was in it. Grandad, I don't know if Grandad was referee. I couldn't tell you. And they'd have a football on Boxing Day. Away they go.
Fred was goalkeeper. Did he goalkeeper?
Something like that.
Centre around that.
And they went down to have this game. And I think they won. And what the landlord used to do, he had a big silver cup. And he put a drop of every drink in the pub into that big cup. And Fred was sweating, come back playing football. Oh, God, he said, he picked the cup up and he went,
Oh my God.
Fred was on the ground, they brought him home.
Did you drink a lot?
Not all the night, he couldn't.
Until the very last.
And they got him home, and it was on Boxing Day, and they put the hose pipe on him to wake him up in the back garden. Oh, there was some times in that house.
I bet no one was laughing at the time though.
Well, they did that in that bloody fool, they said. And then another time, John and
John, your brother?
Oh, they've been having a right time singing, they've got radiogram and then it was time, my dad, he always knew when it was time to go to bed, my dad started shaking the cushions up on the furniture, get to bed.
I don't know anything about your dad actually.
Pardon?
Never heard much about your dad.
No, very quiet man. Very quiet man.
What did he do?
Yeah, he was.
No, for a living. Work.
He was an inspector. He started at 14, worked himself right through the railway to an inspector right up, and that job he knew from that day he was 14 to the day he retired.
You worked in the railways or was you?
No other job.
London Railways or National Railways?
Great Western. This particular day, I had had a few drinks with Grandad, John. I think it must have been wrong with them. I don't know who else it was. And they were singing. And they went out the front door. My mum just said, put the lights out, shut the door, the police have come. And we heard them from the time they left their house, right down the bottom of the road and up the next road like that to home. And they were singing at the top of their voice, we could hear them. My poor mum was just saying, put the lights out, shut the door, the police will come. But nobody took any notice because they knew it was them three fools, but we didn't like that. Happy time.
Who were the three of them?
Pardon? I can't remember who else it was. I know there was your dad, there was John.
Grandad, your brother?
Pardon?
Grandad?
No, not Grandad. My dad was
No, my granddad.
Oh, he was.
Oh, your dad?
My dad, no. He was a very quiet man. And it was John. I'm sure it was Ron. It was three of them. My mum put the house in darkness in case we got them freezers. And you could hear them singing at the top of their voices, not loud in everything. Yeah, down the road, but nobody took any notice because they knew it was them. It never ever happened only at New Year.
Yeah.
something like that. They used to have some time.
So what happened about moving to Hemel? How did that happen?
Couldn't get a house anywhere to live, could we? We come out the forces.
Oh, so when Grandad left the Navy,
We've lived with my mum. Then
but Les was born by then, wasn't he?
yeah. And then we went to Ireland. And then
Belfast.
yeah.
But when was Grandad working on the river? On the cement,
Barges.
yeah, and barges.
That we got married in the December and February, I think it was. We went to Ireland, and then I think we came back in June. It was the following that your dad was born. But in between that, we had some good times.
So when you moved to Hemel, so you offered a. Did you have to go and see the house, Charlie's? Or did they just say, there's your house, give you a piece of paper?
Where did he go to work?
Because going from Hemel to Hemel was a journey.
No, we got the choice to see the house. Of course, the dad said, well, we're living in one room, take it, it's a new house, just been built.
So Grandad had never seen it?
Nobody, that's how it was done. You know, you go with the firm, they'll give you the house.
So who was Grandad? Grandad was working, was he working at the post office then? He must have been working at the post office, otherwise he wouldn't have moved without a job.
No, he must have done. Good times, but the last few years, that's what I said to those doctors, can't believe this, cannot believe this is happening to him. He didn't deserve the suffering to go like that.
Do you think the fall in Ironbridge had a lot to do with it? It must have had something to do with it.
Yeah, because you see, that afternoon, we were going to go for the afternoon walk, and I said, I'll have a rest, and then I'll come with you. No, he said, you have your rest, I'll go. I said, no, I'll come with you. Definitely. And I said to him, what's the matter with you? Nothing's the matter with me. He said, I'm going to make a cup of tea. He said, you should.
This is in the hotel room,
yeah? So, he makes a cup of tea and he says to me, got any paracetamol? I said, what do you want paracetamol for? He said, I've got a headache. And he laid on the bed. And I looked at him, I said, you're not well, are you? I said, look at the colour of you. So then he decides to go into the bathroom to the toilet, and then he called me. And he said, I said, what do you want? And when I went in, there was all this blood. And that's when I called Simon. He took him to that little cottage hospital, wherever it is in there, in Telford.
yeah.
And from there, overnight, they shifted him to Shrewsbury. And they were good, they got that kidney working.
He was there for over a month,
Yes, I did. They was damn good to him there, saved his life there. But they said, the doctor at the home said, when they was looking for his notes, they had to trace them back to the, where was it? The Lister Kidney Hospital. So they said, that man's not still alive. They said he should have been dead 2 years ago. They don't know how he carried on.
What year was that? 2006?
Mm.
2005?
Well, this is 2000 and what? 11, and they said 2 years before that he should be dead.
But the worst, I suppose the worst. Well, let's go back a bit. If you go back to when you went to Hemel, so what happened? So you got the 16 years that you got to Hemel before we were born, before your dad met the mum. What was that time like?
Yeah, good, all right.
Routine?
Yeah.
So So Gran was at the post office.
After he left, he went out to the post office. And there he stayed until he retired. He could have had a better job in the post office, didn't he?
He was smart enough to do it, but he wanted to do...
Outside.
Yeah, he wanted to be outside, on his own.
Yeah. And I mean, once a month he used to take that big van on his own right across London. At midnight, nobody else would go with him with it. With millions.
The money wagon.
yeah, all in 4 notes.
Yeah.
And he took it across on his own, but he said, postmaster, if I'm stopped, he said, they can have it.
No.
He said, because it's not mine. No, that's not on the net.
I remember he used to go and pick us up, and I don't know from where, but Simon and I would get in his post office van, and he'd just take us on his deliveries. There'd be no other seat in there, just a driver's seat, and the rest of it was... We'll sit next, in the footwell next to... I think he always used to say, keep your head down, so we can't sit on the seat. Yeah, they were good days. And we used to go down to Hemel sorting office. And he'd load up, and then we'd go down to the Hemel train station and he'd load up the catcher or whatever it was, deliver stuff there. Yeah. So when we were born, things must have changed again then.
Yeah.
So Dad and my Mum got Jardines close.
Well, shall we wait to Jardines close?
What was it? Burnett Close, sorry.
Burnett Close.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
When you was little.
Yeah. They were good days as well. Some of the photographs of my holidays.
Yeah.
Mum's. It's still here now. Simon's got the photograph of us playing in Gaybridge Park with it.
Oh, God, look at it.
It's still got the same year in it, just not as much of it.
That's old, isn't it?
Yeah. Very. I'll find out where the leak is one day and get it repaired.
You what?
I'll find out where the leak is in it. Yeah, it's just leaking air. Get it repaired and bring the last down to somewhere. It's all those years when Simon and I were born and Mum and Dad split up. We moved to Grove Hill and Highfield and stuff. So my dad went to Rensfield and we went to Wensdale. Yeah, Dave was at Wensdale. They weren't particularly happy though, were they? Well, more difficult days at least. Yeah, when everyone, I suppose, as Simon and I and Matthew got older, we all went our different ways and went to different places. Dad went to Malaysia.
Everybody did, all over the place.
Yeah, everyone went somewhere.
Yeah.
So how long was when they retired before he died? 20 odd years?
I don't know, Simon could tell you because he's got that watch.
Yeah.
He's got the watch that he bought when they were retired.
Yeah. Well, you have all the memories, no? You have all the memories, and it's good to dwell on the good things, not the bad things.
And so many people living everywhere you go.
True. Well, everyone had, well, you.
Past the security guard at Tesco's and paper shop. Keep saying, when's he coming back?
Oh, down at, what's the name of the shop?
When we were in the doctors, the receptionist and everything. Yeah. Everywhere we went.
I've got a photograph of you with Aaron, Dad's Aaron. She must have been 4 or 5.
Really?
When, so what's that? She's 30 or something now, must be early 30s, so that's 25 years ago. Yeah, I always remember you like that. Not as a little old lady.
No, hello girl. Then you get all these upheavals. I said to Simon, I'd like you to come back because I'm not really, now.
Well, it just needs to be organised. Well, not organised, but I mean, this Christmas, and like I said to Simon, looking after someone who needs a lot of things doing for them is difficult. So there's no,
I mean, they didn't have to do anything for me.
Well, no, but they do have to look after you, no? And especially with.
I've done everything myself. I made me bed, I showered, was up and down the stairs, and,
Yeah, but it's difficult. Yeah, but you can't afford a fall down those stairs. I mean, those stairs are not made for anyone but the most athletic. Did you get that right in? And Vodafone's terrible.
Did you get any lemonade when you were here?
No, sure. I've got orange juice.
I just take a drink up at night because I wake up and take my tablet.
Good old rules.
Yeah.
So what do you miss most about Burnley?
Pardon?
What do you miss most about Burnley?
Everything. I was alright when I could go up the home and sit there with him and that sort of thing. Now I wake up in the night and you think you can hear him and I just call out, "You alright out there?" And you go to sleep and then you think you hear him say, "Want a cup of tea?"
Yeah.
His voice is so plain too. This is why now I think I've got to get away from the house. There's too much of him, isn't it?
Yeah, but by the same token, it's still home. Isn't it? It's been home for many, many years.
This is what they could never understand. Right up until he could talk in that home, he kept saying, "Leave that house." And he liked it.
Well, that's his little kingdom.
He liked it there, and I used to say to him, will you get on to him? He's the tenant. These names on the red book, don't keep on to me. If you can talk him out of it, do it. And right up in the home, he kept saying to me, don't leave that. So I just let it go. Till now, the lady's coming, and she's coming when I go back, and my name goes on the tenant. But no, I said to Simon, I'll go out to the store one day and throw the key away and say, that's it.
Yeah, but that's the end of it all, really.
Yeah, that's how I want it to be.
Well, I can't get the impression that I feel that in many ways that you'll leave the house in a box.
Yes, I probably will. Sooner the better for it. Save me. And he knows. Sure.
Yeah, but you're still compos mentis. You're still physically pretty.
Yeah, but when you're alone.
Yeah,
What do you remember my
the thing is,
sister?
just because you're older, it doesn't mean that you don't feel the same things as someone who's younger, and people forget that, I suppose.
You always remember my sister. She got about that in the end. I mean, she used to have a wheelchair and all that sort of thing. And I could never understand her because Brenda was right then. She used to say to me, it's awful going somewhere, Dad, in company. And you said, why? I said, surely being in company with all those people, yeah. She said, even in company, she says, she's still alone. Believe me, and I never ever thought that was right, but it is.
Yeah.
I don't think Nanny Brown's doing too good, is she?
I haven't seen them for years, regrettably. I haven't seen them for years.
No, I don't think so. Matthew has. Simon's about the only one, I think.
But you led a full life, you went to Malaysia. You had a fantastic marriage.
Pardon?
You had a fantastic marriage for all those years.
Yeah.
Your life was good.
65 years.
Hmm.
60 years.
It's bloody enormous. A lifetime. Not people die before 65, it's a whole lifetime. You much prefer candlelight. Electric light.
What is that doing?
Recording us in conversation now.
Oh, goodness.
For posterity. Turn it off if you want. I've got some. I'll show you tomorrow morning. I've got some video of Grandad working in the garden and stuff. We'll dig it out. Even when he was, 5 years ago, he was still incredibly active and still looked incredibly young. But he never looked old. I know that when he died, he said he looked.
Well, Lynn couldn't get over it the way she saw him.
Like a young man.
Yeah, he was. He looked at that picture. You couldn't believe it.
Yeah, well, I'll find them tomorrow. For some of you as well.
Yeah.
Down at the house down the bottom of the road. When Lynn and I first bought it.
Yeah.
And it looks like a bomb site. It looks like a. I think we just moved in and you and Glenn were staying at Christmas. And the house looks like someone's been there and vandalised it. And the kids
Yeah,
are
because I think that first Christmas you was there.
Yeah. Which was about 2002,
was all there.
2001, something like that. Maybe even later than that, 2003, maybe. We did all of the family videos for Lynn for Christmas. So I took them from the tapes and I haven't got onto the computer so she can watch those. And when I was going through them, it's like unbelievable. The boys and the website. Yeah, I couldn't find any lights that worked. And I had bags of lights.
Yeah.
None of them worked. Lights that had the plug cut off. So I thought, okay, we'll just go.
But they shine up nice.
Yeah, it's alright. Better than having nothing. And some years I've had nothing. Oh, do you remember the old glass baubles you used to get? Oh, dangerous.
They just
Smash and there'd be a million
pieces.
Yeah, a million pieces of sharp glass lying there.
Where did you get those?
The decorations? Oh, the decorations have been in the loft for years.
Have they?
Yeah, and the tree was from B&Q for £8.
Good, that's pretty.
It's amazing the price. It was £35, and then all of a sudden, then the day before Christmas Eve.
Yeah, dropping them all down.
And the good thing about it is that
people could have been foolish enough then to buy them and get everything there.
Yeah, and it will chop it up and it will go on the fire, so it won't go to waste. What are you going to do then? You go back to Hemel. You go back to Hemel, via Wales or whatever happens tomorrow.
Whatever, yeah. I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah, a magical mystery too. But when you get to Hemel, what have you got? Have you got hospital appointments or?
Yeah, I got those. I got my letter with my son, I was reading it on the, I think it's the 11th. Then I got the housing lady coming. Then I think it's about paying tax for something. Oh, we paid for all that.
Yeah. The thing is that all the people who are sending you paperwork have got hundreds of people just typing letters or computers typing letters. You have to deal with it. So I hate coming home at the weekends and just seeing a massive pile of letters.
Yeah. How does your cats get on if you're not with?
Well, Mum comes down and feeds them. Ollie's comes for his paper around every day.
Yeah.
So he feeds them and spends some time with them. The other one, got to look around to get a job back up here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's not. Ollie's in his GCSE years, so it'd be nice for me to be around. I might learn something from them. And yeah, just be home. You don't have a home to be away, do you? All the time. My granddad never worked away either.
In the wartime he travelled to London and all that sort of thing, and back and went to another station, went there, we went like that. But never really up to London.
So when he ship docked for the last time after the war, at the end of the war, was that it? Timor? Or was he still in the Navy?
No, he had to stay in the Navy for so long, then he got demob leave. That sort of thing.
So how did you cope with him? So you were married when he left the Navy? You got married when he left the Navy?
He was still in the Navy on demob leave when we got married.
Right. So what was it like when the war was over? Was everyone happy? Because you stayed in London during the Blitz and stuff.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Pretty awful. Not much you could do about it.
Were there any bombs? Did you get bombed around where you were?
Yeah. And sentries on our doorstep, the mark's still there. If you, Matthew went up and looked at it. Red hole.
Bloody hell.
Terrible.
So what was the nearest tube station? Underground station?
No, it's the Ealing Broadway
Ealing Broadway?
station. Catch a train to Oxford Street very quick.
Oh, on the northern one? That's not central London. So what would you do? So you'd be in bed and all of a sudden the siren would go off and you have to...
Well, you didn't go to bed in them days. You had a
Anderson.
Yeah, you had an indoor, people had outdoor shelters, we had an indoor one.
And how old were you at the time?
20s, early 20s, yeah.
You still remember it?
Yeah, true story, you can.
How long was that? Oh, for years.
5 years.
What, the bombings? So you had any nerves left at the end?
Put down the oyster bowl now. Yeah.
You still remember it?
Yeah, true story, you can.
How long was that? Oh, for years.
5 years.
What, the bombings? So you had any nerves left at the end?
Put down the oyster bowl now. Flying bombs and oil bombs.
Oil bombs?
Yeah, they were just wicked, they were. We was coming up in them one time, for them to see us about it. Been with him and come round the corner and we crossed the road and there was this bloody plane with dinner.
Low or high?
And this woman come out, run out of the house and pulled us in. She see it. And he dropped the sport oil bomb right on Kathy's head without having they fetched them out in bloody days. That there's nothing left in them. It's a good job for youngsters, don't realise then what went on.
No, it's good to understand.
It was a good thing all the time it was being bombed. He was trying for that hand fibre in India. The only thing whether it was put down, I don't know. The only thing he dropped was in the fields there.
You were trying for it?
Fields.
Was it rolling?
Or if he'd have hit that high up, he'd have done damage. Well, he'd never got nothing through.
Yeah. What was that train on? That one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, dropping bombs on people's heads and innocent people's heads.
Children. What do you think do with that one? It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I'll just put it in the dustbin and put it this way, dustpan and put it in here.
What those boys have got cold though, got told to do it.
Ollie's a tall guy. And he's only 15.
Look at Darcy, I never heard.
Ollie's tall, yeah, Ollie's quite a bit to do with Darcy, we tall. Yes, I'm real. I was looking at the videos that I've done of the boys. It was like just 10 minutes ago that Ollie was that big and he was.
In Swindon and that little house she had there.
Oh, the one in Marlborough?
Looked right up the road, didn't it, all this way?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. That's all gone very quickly. Yeah, and I was married 16 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Whoa. When you wake up each morning, what do you think? Bugger.
Yes, I woke up again.
No, really, serious.
Yeah, you do, and I'll voice no another time. What have I done? The thing I used to have, I got one of them V-shaped pillows, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I always kept it on the back of me because it kept me warm. And I woke up one night and it was up against my back and saying, "Get off my back."
What, you thought it was
Granddad. And I've taken it off the bed now and put it in the back room.
Maybe he was trying to be romantic.
Yeah. I thought myself, was waking me up.
Well, even he was up at 4:30. Was he up at 4:30 or out at 4:30 every day?
The granddad was, and then when he retired and that,
He was still getting up at 4:30.
yeah, and we couldn't go back to sleep. he'd get up and make a tray of tea and biscuits, and we'd sit there and chat for an hour, and then we'd decide to go back to sleep because we were tired. Yeah.
How was he with retirement? Did he cope well with it?
Well,
He still had his weightlifting and stuff, didn't he?
he had to keep up with it.
Because that was, that was 20 years after, there was 20 years between retirement and when he passed away. I still remember him keeping an active life. 15, at least 15 of those years were active years. And it wasn't the physical thing with the kidney that got him, it was the dementia, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, they had this dementia, but they were saying they couldn't prove that the dementia was caused by stroke. It wasn't on his death certificate, it was only
natural causes.
No, last something of kidney failure.
Okay. Natural causes.
Yeah. And when I'm on my own, I sit there, I'll go to bed. I sit there and I think to myself, if I had done more for him. Because they was going to put him back into hospital, and they was going to give, not dialysis. When they put the stand up and put the fluid in, or
transfusion.
And the doctor said, well, they wouldn't get. I think it was putting fluid in. If we'd done it for 3 days, we'd have to take it off, and the situation would be worse. That's what he said.
Yeah, because keeping someone alive is not the purpose, I suppose. Santa. You've got to have a quality of life. And Granddad's quality of life for the last year and a half weren't very good.
I mean, Simon Matthew was with him all that day over. Was at the Lister Hospital, and he stayed downstairs in the theatre with him. They were trying to give him dialysis then, but it didn't work.
They're trying to do the dialysis. They were trying to give him dialysis.
Yeah. It was wasted. No good at all.
It was all too far gone by then, wasn't it?
Yeah. But not when they were trying to give dialysis, because that was the Lister Hospital. Matthew went there all day, sat in that theatre while they were trying to give that and watched them do it.
But even that's just a temporary thing, isn't it? Because if you go on dialysis, you go on dialysis forever, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like every 2 days. And that's no life either, is it? Now, for me, it was the loss of memory, or loss of short-term memory. You could sit here for hours and talk about things that happened 50 years ago. But if you had talked about something that happened 10 minutes ago, didn't it? No, I have this is grandson, but I don't have any, that's the wrong word, but sorrow about it, because everything that was done for him was done for him, and he led a very good life, and it wasn't cut short, I don't think, because of the dementia. Could that be caused by a stroke?
Yeah, they trying to say that it could have not have been dementia. It could have been something that caused a stroke, caused it, and it affected the side of his head.
Because it happened quickly. It happened really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, from him forgetting a few things now and then to him forgetting everything. What, 2 years?
Mm. When I'm on my own, I go to bed and I can't sleep and I think and I weigh all these things up and I think to myself, I don't think they did enough.
Well, you can't torture yourself for that. Because I think once you're remembering things like that start going, it's not like a muscle you can repair it or a bone you can fix it. It's kind of gone.
I can't believe the way he was and the way he went.
What way?
Or the person he was. To come down as he was.
Well, where I went with him, whenever I was with him, whether I was 15 or whether I was 30, 40, everyone would think he was my dad, not my granddad. Yeah, just the way he was physically and mentally. Potatoes at the back of the shed.
Okay.
Yeah, as you say, I've got the potatoes from behind the shed.
Yeah.
When the shed burnt down, his story was
It was
revealed.
always the story with Len. Len used to laugh when I had the puppy. His granddad would be telling the story sometime, and some Len would say, was that before the fire or after?
Yeah. Yeah, and all the people we spoke to when you called them up after he'd died. The people up at, was it Potterman?
Yeah.
Potterman. We did actually, the people who had the film of them wheelbarrowing the kids around.
That's it. She would phone me about that. She'd been looking at that. And she said she was going to send the video to me. She said, oh, I've only got that out and was looking at that.
Well, if she could, that would be nice. Because I can put it onto the computer.
Second year last year, especially Christmas. And for me, we know just a pair of sandals in a taxi going down to the shops in the ice and snow because we'd no shopping and no dinner.
Was Grandad there?
Did he do what?
No, was Grandad there this time last Christmas?
Oh, in the state. That's when it all started.
No, but he was a child in.
Yeah. Had pyjamas, he wouldn't get dressed, with no slippers on, he wouldn't wash. Oh.
Hair was the boy.
I got this taxi and I went to Stony Cross. I was freezing cold. When I said to him, you've got to come and help me, we had no dinner, he just sat and laughed. He didn't know it was starting then.
Well, I thought it started before then, but not as bad. But
No.
that not fair?
You know, but for seeing something like that.
Hmm. We didn't suffer, did we?
He couldn't minister. He couldn't administer that mortgage. He said it was on his leg. He only had to press the button.
Yeah.
And every time he got the pain, it got worse, he just kept pressing the button. There was no limit then to what he could, how much he could have. Where they usually give a thing with so much in it, lasts so long,
Yeah.
they couldn't do it.
Yeah, but at that point they must have known.
Mm.
This isn't the lodge, yeah. So you wouldn't consider going to Malaysia?
I don't know if about holidays. Yeah, I'm fit enough when I get my eyes and that. Yeah, for a holiday.
Well, why not for the rest of the life?
I don't think me and Catherine would get on. I don't know, I'm only surmising.
I think you would.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you would.
I don't know much about it, you see.
I think most of the times that we're all together, it's...
See, I've never known her really, only for the times like Granddad's funeral and...
Yeah, but it's always when you... All of us... That's why there's so many arguments at Christmas, is because all of a sudden you don't see your family all year. And you do your own things, or you're on your own, or whatever. And then you're pushed together with people you don't know that well for, you know, in really close quarters for an intense period of time. That's why there's so many arguments. I think if you're out to Malaysia, you'd get on with Dad and Cass and whoever they got in to help you with things and whatever, perfectly well. And the thing is that it's nice and sunny and warm all the time. And I just think I think you'd enjoy it better around there.
Well, I'll end up there anyway, it's all the arrangements are made.
No, Matty would accompany you out there,
Yeah.
hold your hand on the flight.
It wasn't frightening the flight was terrific.
Well, they just stop you from getting bored, obviously.
I liked it because they kept coming up. Would you like to listen to Jane? Can we help you? Would you like a cup of tea? I thought we never had such waiting them.
And why don't you do it? And I don't mean like in a month's time or 2 months' time. Why don't you do it as soon as you get back home?
Can't until the rest of my eyes down.
Yeah, well, how long's that?
And then, I think it's 11 or 12.
Okay. I mean, it's easily right. Even if Matthew doesn't go with you, Matthew might even be there.
Yeah, that would surprise me.
Yeah, just to say, like, just say, you know, I'm ready to go out there. We close off Charlie's Close and go out and just go out there.
I'd like to feel that Sergeant's Close is gone when I come back.
Well, yeah, all that kind of thing can be dealt with by letters or whatever. But you know, that's irrelevant. You know, the administration of it is irrelevant. What's relevant is that you have some enjoyment for the rest of your life. You know, being around Les and Cass and whatever, and just warm and sunny every day. That's got to be better. I mean, we've got a winter coming up yet. We haven't had it yet. It's going to be January, February, March. You don't want to spend one of your last winters with the dust.
No.
Yeah, you're checking the dust. Yeah, in a cold, miserable place on your own. You know, Cass is great.
Is she?
Yeah, she's lovely. You just, once
you probably know her more than me.
Well, I don't know that well, but
she's been up here and...
Yeah, but what I do know is what I've just said, is when you're around someone for a short period of intense time, you don't get to know them because it's not natural. But if you're in, you'll have your own room, your own space. You'll be able to do what you want. You'd have someone to look after you, whether it's Cass or someone they bring in to look after you. And you wouldn't have to want for anything. And you just step outside into the garden and enjoy the sunshine. Whatever. Take Grandad with you. Well, he's already there. Well, go and meet up with Grandad.
Yeah, I'll have a few words with him in a bit. He's leaving me all his papers.
Les?
Yeah.
Now we can do the same for Dad. Torture him for a couple of years. But then, I'm hopefully, if some things that Dad and I are working on, I'll be out there in May.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Dad's got some things he wants to do with me, with work.
Good.
So I might have something there. But that would be my recommendation, is to say, okay, I've had it with Charlie's, I've had it with the UK, I'm going to go and be with Grandad and spend the rest of my time there. That's what I would do, because it's a good climate for me. It's a good climate for your body. And there'll be people there all the time to look after you. That's the main thing. Yeah. It's up to you. I mean, you're stubborn. And when people try and guide you down a road, you resist. Not because you have any real aversion to doing something, it's because you're being told to do something you won't do. Well, you have to admit that.
I like to feel I'm independent of other people. I wouldn't like
If you were at Dad's, you would be independent of other people. You could have whatever you wanted, when you wanted, and still do your own thing. Still have your own room, which still had its own, you wouldn't be confined to a room.
Yeah.
And
Tell you what I like, I'm a self-hire shooter out there, didn't
Yeah, but that was when you were really active.
Yeah,
the apartment with the swimming pool. Oh, no.
Good up there. I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really nice place. Mind you, everywhere's nice in the sun, isn't it? Even here's nice in the sun. No, that's what I would do now. Don't worry about administration or bills or anything like that. Just bugger it. And you never have to be on your own. And that can't be guaranteed. I live up here, Simon lives up here, Matthew's in London. And all the people who love you and are close to you want to be with you, but can't be. Because we've all got, I think, jobs
and jobs
and stuff like that. At least there you'd be around Dad and Cass, and they'd give you as much space as you wanted. You wouldn't be with them all the time. Dad and Cass live in Kuala Lumpur all the time, and my house is in Port Dickson, so you'd have someone to look after you there. Dad's only an hour and a half away. And on the weekends, you'd have Dad and Cass around, and they'd give you a good last few years of your life. That's up to you.
That's still fine.
Cool, no. Yeah, it's still. Well, I don't even know.
that down there?
A printer and a scanner so you can scan documents and print things. You can get them a lot smaller now, but it does the job. Just need to find somewhere else to put it.
Are they real plants in there?
Plastic. Plastic, but I love them. Because they look alright.
Yeah.
And they're plastic, so I don't have to look after them.
The fight I didn't hear Celine.
Well, I haven't seen Ben, apart from when she dropped the boys off, you know, when they're going somewhere
Yeah.
like that. I'm saying, I'll give her a call and she'll get to come over in the morning. What time does Simon take on to?
I don't know whether it's going at 1 or going home at 1 or
Going to Wales at 11?
What a big problem.
Yeah, people only try to accommodate, you know.
Yeah, thank you, Louise.
No, that goes back to it being in a confined space. And
Yeah, but I never went down. I never got in the way, I never went down till late after dinner. I left them to their own room.
yeah,
Wasn't right.
yeah, you discreet.
Same as when I was there that week and they went to school. I stayed in my room, Mummy and Shep to get them ready for school and their breakfast and go.
Yeah, best to stay out of the way that time.
I mean, and I didn't go in the bathroom that I should have do getting all this ready.
Everything turned off downstairs too? It's only 5 tonight.
My dad was on
No.
divorce.
Oh, really?
This is Coke Wine.
It better be, not because I don't want you to drink wine, it's because I don't want to drink my wine. One thing you can do, Toad, is go and find some sheets upstairs. And if you can't, give me a shout because I need to find sheets to put on the sofa for now.
You need mine because I'm going to sleep inside tomorrow.
Well, no, so there should be some clean sheets somewhere, either in my wardrobe or in your cupboard.
Get up and stand up.
She needs to go to the toilet.
Later. I'll have to bring my case down there because I have to use things.
Do you need anything from here?
I don't know what's down there. Oh, there might be my case. Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, but everything's down here.
Oh, okay then. I thought he'd taken it away. Good job when the evenings do get light because it seems such a long.
They're getting lighter now, they're getting lighter already.
Yes, now they will. We can't go back.
Do you sleep with the radio on now or not?
Pardon?
Do you sleep with the radio on?
No, ridiculous. I've got one of those little personal radio I use.
Yeah. Are you sure you don't want to sleep upstairs in the proper bed?
I'll be alright.
So don't put the spin out. Do you sleep with the radio on now or not?
Pardon?
Do you sleep with the radio on?
No, ridiculous. I've got one of those little personal radio I use.
Yeah. Are you sure you don't want to sleep upstairs in the proper bed?
I'll be alright.
So don't put this bed out, you just will be sleeping on the sofa, if you know what I mean.
Pardon?
I can't put that bed out because the room's too small. So you'll be sleeping on the sofa. No doubt we're going out of town. Totally find some sheets in there. It's so bloody warm now.
It has got warm, you're got fine. The freezer got it down. If you keep everything there, you don't need a freezer.